Hey everybody, Dan here with Pain For You. As you can see, the snow has fallen. It was nowhere near the 12 to 20 inches that they predicted. It's only a few inches, probably only about 3 or 4 inches. So, a little bit disappointed. I was kind of hoping for a big dump of snow that would have been kind of fun to dig out, but at the same time I did not lose power, so that's obviously a good thing. So, welcome to my snowy backyard. So today's topic is going to be, are you being mean to yourself? And it's an important topic because I know there's a lot of people in this TMS community who are very self-critical, self-judgmental, believe they need to be perfect. That's all part of the problem that we're dealing with here. And so it's really important for us to recognize where that comes from. Before I do that, I'm sorry, I forgot to do the couple of breaths. Sometimes I forget that. But we're going to take a couple of nice deep breaths. I'm enjoying the fresh air because with the blanket of snow, everything feels crisp and cool. This one's all for you. I'm not going to say the words. So, again, the topic here. Are you being mean to yourself? All right? I'm talking about the inner critic. That voice inside our head that's always saying, what's wrong with you? You're stupid, you're dumb, you're lazy, you're not good enough. You'll never amount to anything. You're never going to figure this TMS thing out. You're too anxious for this stuff. You'll never get better. Your past is too traumatic. You know, whatever story is going on in your head, I will tell you, being mean to yourself is not going to necessarily help you get better. And now let me let you off the hook, because this isn't your fault. All of these negative, mean-spirited things that we say to ourselves, we didn't imagine those things. We didn't create them. They didn't come from you. Somebody else gave them to you. These negative limiting beliefs about yourself were gifts from people. Maybe it was our parents, maybe it was our grandparents, maybe it was our siblings, maybe it was even our kids. Maybe it was people we love and that should have cared for us, and therefore their voice, their message was extremely impactful for us. And look, I'm not encouraging you to blame your parents for your self-critical thoughts. But in some cases, that's where it came from. And that's just the reality of where it is and where it came from. And maybe they did that and gave you all of these, judgments about you because they received that from their parents and their parents and their parents. And these self-critical thoughts were being handed down from parents that, didn't know any better, or that's the way they were raised. And so the goal of this is not to help you figure out why you are, who's to blame for these self-critical thoughts and judgments. The goal of this video is to say, you're not to blame, right? Doesn't matter who. I don't want you to get mad at your grandmother for emotionally abusing your mom and then having your mom be mad at her because she did it to you. That's not the point. The point is, I'm letting you off the hook because I've never met a 1-year-old who's got a self-esteem issue, unless their first year of life was absolutely awful. But assuming the kid was raised in a pretty healthy environment, a 1-year-old, 2-year-old, they don't have self-esteem issues. They don't judge themselves harshly. They are taught that they're not good enough. They are taught that they're stupid, they're dumb, they're ugly, they're not capable. These things are taught. And everything from parental feedback to siblings, to mean kids in school, to bullies, to teachers even. I was told in first or second grade on my report card, Danny's a bright kid, but he doesn't apply himself. You know what? That sticks with me. I'm 55 years old. Basically what that means is I'm a procrastinator. I don't put my all into everything. And despite, a lifetime of, pretty decent career and accomplishments and the things I'm doing now in the TMS community, it still sticks with me. Things take me longer to get done. Like even this book that I am in the process of writing. Danny's a bright kid, but he doesn't apply himself. So I'm not getting this book done nearly as fast as I would have wanted to. And so these limiting beliefs didn't come from us. The belief that I'm a procrastinator came from my darn third grade teacher. It's not my fault. But guess what? It is my fault if I continue to repeat that and believe it. That's on me. But the point of this video is not to find who to blame for everything negative you say about yourself, but it's to take you out of the loop so that you don't blame yourself. If you're mean to yourself, just know that those were given to you from somebody else, and you can now choose to be kind to yourself, to treat yourself the way you wish you were treated. And if we listen to some of the voices inside of our head and we go, wow, what would I do if somebody who is supposedly a friend were talking to me the way I talk to myself? We'd probably punch them in the nose and never be friends with them again, right? But yet, when it comes from our own brain, and these are our own inner words from our own inner roommate, and that inner roommate is a complete asshole that's just telling you that you're not good enough and nothing positive is ever going to happen again, we accept it as fact. Well, first of all, they're just thoughts. They're not fact. They're not true, and they're certainly not helpful. And most likely, the limiting beliefs you have about yourself, your capabilities, who you are as a person, didn't even come from you. They were given to you by other people. Sometimes well-meaning, but ill-informed. And in some cases, mean people who just had such a crappy life, they lashed out at other people. And you took the brunt of that. But I will tell you, it's not your fault. It's not your fault that you've got some of these limiting beliefs. But take it upon yourself. It's your responsibility to change them. It's your responsibility to start treating yourself with more kindness and with more compassion and with more uplifting. You can do this type of a spirit. So, are you being mean to yourself? If so, time to make a change. You don't have to believe that bullshit that your inner roommate, your inner critic keeps on spewing. It's not true. It's not helpful. So I'm going to let you take a look at the snow a little bit. Love you guys and gals. Today's message is just going to be a little bit more about be nice to yourself. You deserve it. You're a good person. And you can do great things. One of these great things is teaching your brain that all these mind-body syndromes, all these symptoms which you've got, regardless of what they are, you can teach your brain to let them go, let them fade away. And I cover all the time how to do that, so I'm not going to repeat it here. But the primary message here is, if you're not exactly treating yourself nice and you're mean to yourself, be aware of it. Choose not to believe those mean-spirited things you say to yourself, and instead choose to boost yourself up. Remind yourself that you're good, you're whole, you're complete, you're already well, there's nothing to fix, that you can and will and are getting better. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up. Love you guys and gals. Take another look around at the snow. Enjoy it. I'm enjoying it. I know that for sure. And we will talk to you in the next video tomorrow. See ya.